Flappy Bird, probably one of the most simple yet deceiving games of the decade. Becoming widely popular within the early parts of 2014, it has been the cause of more broken mobile devices than anything else in the world. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to maximize your score. The first tip is to play close to your device. This is because when you're playing close to your device, it increases focus and you won't be as distracted by things surrounding you. You want to make sure that your eyes are really only on your phone or your mobile device, or whatever you're playing on, so that you won't get distracted by any other surroundings, any happenings. So yeah, however, this can ruin your eyesight over time. So I suggest you only do this for about 5 to 10 games and stop for a while and then get back to it if that's what you really want to do. The second tip is to have your finger towards the bottom of the screen while playing. This is mainly because you don't want to have your finger covering up the bird as you're going through a tube or something like that. The third tip is to tap at the lowest part of the tube while playing. Now, everyone seems to say this, and not all people understand it. But basically, there's a distance between the top and the bottom tube. And if you're jumping at the very, very lowest part of the bottom tube, as low as you can, you'll have a maximum amount of distance that you can travel while tapping. This will increase your chances of surviving from close calls or dangerous drops when it comes to playing. As many of you know, jumping through tubes is probably the most frustrating part, and that's pretty much the only part, so yeah. The fourth tip is to turn your game volume all the way down. This is mainly because as you're playing and you hear the ringing noise after you pass through a tube, you'll become more anxious when you're approaching your high score. So you want to make sure that you're not being anxious, you want to be more focused. So turn your game volume down. The fifth tip is to avoid looking at the score. Now, although this can be challenging when your bird is towards the top of the screen, you want to make sure that you want to avoid looking at the score at all costs, because as you're approaching your high score and you see that you're approaching it and you're maybe 5 or 10 points away, you're going to become more anxious and you'll lose focus and you'll probably start trembling, or you might start shaking a little bit, making unnecessary movements. So make sure that you're not looking at the score. The sixth tip is to turn on airplane mode, or essentially just turn the Wi-Fi off. This is because oftentimes when you're playing, ads will start to show up and your game will begin to lag a little bit, and this can cause multiple deaths. And you'll become very frustrated, you'll start throwing your phone and stuff like that. So just make sure that your phone is on airplane mode, or just turn off Wi-Fi, and you'll be more focused, obviously. No more ads that won't distract you, so yeah. The seventh tip is to play with two hands. This gives you a more sense of control over the game, and you won't feel as weak when you're playing and you're approaching your high score. You might start trembling, but if you play with two hands, you essentially just feel more in control. The eighth and final tip is to listen to your favorite music while playing. This is essentially because while playing you can become very frustrated, and if you're listening to your favorite music, you're going to become more relaxed and you won't be as frustrated, and basically you'll be more focused and you won't have as much anxiety built up while playing. This will more likely lead to a higher score than while you're playing while frustrated. Alright guys, thank you for watching my tutorial on how to play better in Flappy Bird. I'm sorry if I sounded a little monotone at times. It's because I'm kind of sick and it's really snowy over where I live right now, so it's really hard to talk normally like I do in my Let's Plays and things like that. But if you guys enjoyed it anyway, please leave a like and favorite. It does greatly help out my videos and my channel, and also subscribe if you want to see more videos. So yeah, have a nice day guys.